Dobar dan, dobrodošli u novi video. Mi se danas javljamo iz
Porta! Ne vidi se ništa od Porta, ali...
Tu smo zato što od sutra krećemo na pešačku turu od 300 km.
Tako je, 200, skoro 300, da.
Krećemo iz Porta, idemo ka Španiji, prelazimo granicu i idemo do Santiaga, tako?
Tako je.
Jel tako? Tako je.
Ovo nam je višegodišnja želja, dugo ovo planiramo, krećemo odavde sa svim ovim stvarima.
To sve treba da stane u ovaj ranac.
Danas odmaramo malo u Portu, razgledat ćemo grad, čini nam se baš zanimljivo na prvi pogled.
U pitanju je Camino Portuguese, Coastal ruta, dakle idemo tih 200 nešto, skoro 300 km od Porta pa obalom okeana do Santiaga.
Može da se ide na više načina, mi smo napravili neku našu rutu, prva 3 dana ćemo poginuti. Ići ćemo prva 3 dana po 30 km. Tako smo organizovali da na svaki treći dan pravimo pauzu. Odmorit ćemo taj dan i ceo sledeći. Ovo će sve trajati 3 nedelje.
Šetat ćemo 13 dana plus 3 dana pauza, znači 18 dana. U principu će trajati ta naša avantura.
Da, i za kraj idemo za Alicante.
Tu ćemo da odmoramo 2 dana,
tu samo plaža,
samo plaža, ništa nas ne interesuje, sem odmora.
Sad ćemo krenuti sa pakovanjem. Na ovako nešto možeš da nosiš 10% od svoje težine.
Jeste, znači time smo se vodili.
Da, Anja ima 50 kg, znači treba da nosi 5, ja imam 80 i treba da nosim 8. Ali već sad smo se premerili i imamo mali problem zato što bez vode ja imam oko 10, ti imaš oko 6.
Oko 6.
Znači još sa vodom će biti u stvari 12 i 8, što nikako ne odgovara.
Ali smo odlučili da idemo onako opušteno usput, da probamo, pa ako budemo bili u fazonu ne možemo da izdržimo. Čitala sam da imaju kao kutije za doniranje na kaminu, tako da ostaviš te neke stvari koje su ti višak ili prosto ne možeš više da ih nosiš.
Da. Evo, prvo šta mogu da kažem je ovo ćemo koristiti za vodu, to su kao mehuri neki. Nismo do sad koristili, ovo se provuče kroz ranac i samo ćemo piti na cepu.
Da, ovo kad se napuni s vodom će biti dodatne 2 kile. Za početak imamo vreće za spavanje.
Da, to smo gledali kao obavezno nešto.
Što se tiče smeštaja, u danima kada nam je pauza, tu smo već unapred rezervisali ove smeštaje, a ove između dane dok pešačimo, tu nismo rezervisali smeštaje jer ne znamo koliko ćemo prepešačiti i gde ćemo stići, ali na kaminu imaju određena hodočasnička mesta gde bukvalno dođeš i ono kao imaš krevet za prespavati. Sve u svemu, ono što imamo jesu vreće za spavanje, mehuri za vodu, kabanice, mikrofiber peškiri.
Ja sam poneo za svaki slučaj ovo za spavanje što nam je poklonio kum.
Poneli smo i ovo kao za steznik za kolana, ne daj Bože da nam zatreba. Onda po 2 kačketa. Onda smo poneli ovako po 2 šorca i jedne duge pantalone, tako što imam ja 2 šorca, duge pantalone i jedan šorcić za spavanje. Dugu aktivnu majicu, dugih rukava i ove kao duksić.
Da, ja nisam, ja sam poneo obični 4 komada.
Da, mada imaš duksić.
Da, dobro, duksić za malo hladnije, jakne, vodootporne kao ako nas nešto malo zakači.
Čarape za odmor, čarape za pešačenje, isto to i Nikola ima za odmor i pešačenje. Poneli smo aktivne gaćoke, ove čašice, ovu cijelicu, naočare i sad tu ima kao nekih ono kao od hemije.
Za apoteku neke lekove, kanap za sušenje, ne znam da li se vidi.
Poneli smo ove kao naduvavanje jastučiće i štapove, da.
I ja ću prvi put koristiti švajcarac.
Sad sve treba da se spakuje. Prvo ćemo vreću za spavanje.
Otvorio sam švajcarac, ovdje imam bukvalno sve, od makazica, lupe, otvarač za pivo, otvarač za konzerve, nožići, šta je ovo, neka burgija, otvarač za vino, baš imam dosta toga, tako da radujem se korišćenju švajcarca.
Poslednja stvar jeste obuća.
Patike i sandale. Mislio sam da li papuče ili sandale, ali opet nekako lakše sa sandalama prepešačiti možda malo nego u papučama. Razmišljali smo ako mogu da pređu i možda nekih 5 km pešačenja.
Da odmorimo malo noge, da.
Prilike trebalo bi ovako da izgledaju rančevi, jeli?
Da. To sad vidjet ćemo kako to opava. Ha.
Nije loše.
Šta nam Bog da?
Uzeli smo smeštaj u centru grada. Odavde do početka staze nam treba nekih 10 minuta dole niz ulicu.
Vidite što smo pronašli u Portu. Obrigado. Nije preslatko. Fino.
Ne znam samo zašto je jedina Benfica zastava na pola kotlja. Došlo je do male zabune ženo, a? I čekamo ovdje u centru. Ovaj pick-up uplatili smo kao neku gradsku turu, ali pošto smo baš 5 minuta od centra, on nas čeka tamo, a mi ga čekamo ovdje.
Šta će da dođe? Je li ono Franciska?
Čekamo Franciska i dalje. Da li je ovo Francisko? Nije ovo Francisko. Da li je ovo Francisko?
Francisko! Francisko! Francisko!
Hello, Francisco.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi, sorry for misunderstanding.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you as well. Anya.
Francisco.
Nicola.
No problem. Okay. Up ahead, you can already see the Santo Ildefonso Church, one of the most iconic churches in Porto. It was done in the 17th century, and all of the tiles that you are seeing were added on later. Okay.
Okay.
By a painter, very known painter in Portugal, Jorge Colas. He made over 10,000 tiles with just his hand. Okay. Santa Catarina Street, and you can tell two little statues right here. Just gonna tell you who they are. So the one on the right, I don't know if you can see it very well, because, but the one on the right is Luis Camões, okay, a very known writer from the Discovery Times. And there you can see a muse. And just a detail, it is known that he was a writer because he didn't have much luck with love, okay? And you can tell that he's looking at the muse, at the woman, but she's not looking at him. So you can see right now Santa Catarina Street here. And further up ahead in the road you also have the Chapel of Souls, Capela das Almas. That is that one covered all with the blue and white tiles. Now we are crossing John the First Square. Okay, he was one of our kings. And you can see the representation of him right there. He was a guy very in touch with the arts and animals. And now we are about to cross the Allies Avenue of Nino Zoliac. And it's nowadays like the most central square here in Porto. It isn't as old as the historical center, okay? This was mostly done in 1916, and that's why it's called the Allies Avenue, to celebrate the alliance of the First World War. And you can see like the buildings are very different, much more monumental, you know. You can almost get a Parisian atmosphere from here. And yeah, it's also since 1974, we also call it Praça da Liberdade, Liberty Square.
Okay.
Because it's to celebrate our freedom after the dictatorship ended. You can see the city hall right there.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, big building. Now we are reaching the Lion Square, okay? Praça dos Leões. They are right there, the lions, but they are actually griffins because they have wings, but they call it the Fountain of Lions. And here was the first University of Porto, that nowadays is a museum of science, and they also have the administrative part of the university right there. And yeah, this area in specifically, you know Harry Potter?
Yeah, of course.
So have you heard that the writer lived here for like 5 years while she was writing the book?
No, I had no.
Yeah, so you can easily spot some of the inspiration to the book, you know. First of all, they're the Fountain of Lions, they are griffins, so it could be an inspiration for Gryffindor, you know.
Oh.
You also have the very famous library. You have the students, they are usually around this area as well, the black cloaks, very similar to ours. And here we have not one, but two churches, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one that was built is on the left. It is the Carmelitas Church, an order of nuns that were very focused on helping out the poor people and the homeless people in Porto. But back in the 18th century, the high society didn't want to come to that church, so they built the Carmel Church, which is on the right. And you can tell it's much more detailed, the statues, if you go inside as well, it's like all gold painted, you know. But the Vatican didn't allow for two churches to be in the same place. So they built the narrowest house in Porto, the hidden house right there.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that it was just built to separate the two churches. And yeah, you still have to pay to go to this one, and that one is for free, okay? Some things never change, you know.
Yeah.
And now the building that you are seeing in front of you is Hospital Santo Antonio, St. Anthony Hospital. And it was the first hospital in Porto.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the two public hospitals, like the big ones in Porto, Santo Antonio and San João. It's quite old, but you still have a lot of people coming here. Still like the central hospital for Porto. Continuing with the Harry Potter references, now we are going to look at the trees of the gardens. They are very peculiar in their shape, okay? And they have some similarities to the Lost Woods in Harry Potter.
So she really took it as an inspiration.
Yeah. She some years ago said that at least the library, you know, the level library, but that library in specifics, she said she had no inspiration whatsoever in it. But people think it's just because she wasn't getting any money for it.
Okay.
This is the Palace of Justice, and it was done later on in the 1960s. And just going to tell you a little quick story about this statue. So this is the goddess Artemis, the goddess of justice, only she's a little bit different here. So usually she has the scales in her hands to show the balance of justice, and she usually has a blindfold on to show that the justice is blind. This one was made in order of the dictator, okay, Salazar. And you can see he wanted a little bit of the elements to be different. Her eyes are wide open looking at the people, and the scales are actually not balanced. They are put between his arms. So it was kind of a way for him to say he was in Lisbon, not here, but he wanted the Porto people to know that he controlled the justice. And so guys, now we're going to shake a little bit, okay?
Okay.
It's really relaxing, okay? You have to close your eyes and enjoy. Free massage. You can see the Arabian bridge all the way in the back.
Oh, nice.
So here to the right, you can see our old prison, okay?
Okay.
And this guy right here who is holding a naked woman, that is Camilo Castelo Branco, a very well-known Portuguese writer, because
He had a luck in love because he's from
this one had, had too much luck because he was arrested for adultery, okay?
Oh my god,
And
okay.
he was put in prison for that, and while he was in jail, he made the very famous book called The Prediction of Love, Amor de Perdição, and this square is now called Prediction of Love Square. And to the front, you can see the Clérigos Tower, one of the most emblematic points of Porto, because you can see it basically from anywhere. It's the highest point in the historical center of Porto. And yeah, it was also from the 18th century, okay? It was an Italian guy who made it, Nazani.
Okay. Yeah, Italians, they really have.
Yeah, they good architects, you know.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the people there watching, because you can go on up and you have like a 360 view of the entire city. And yeah, that besides the religious purpose of the church, you know, the tower has the purpose of the traders that lived here. They used to go up, go look down towards the river to see if there were any ships coming. If there were, they would go down as well. So kind of like almost a lighthouse for the people of Porto. So, before, you know, there was a medieval wall in the city of Porto, and until like mostly 17th, 18th century, it eventually got put down, you know, to make some streets and to grow the city. But the wall used to pass right through here, okay? So now we are once again getting into the oldest part of town. And we are entering a very specific street, because this is Victory Street, and it used to be the old Jewish neighborhood, okay?
Okay.
So, one of our kings, King John I, he orders for every Jew living in the center of the city of Porto, they should come here and sleep here. And they actually had two gates closing off the street. So this was kind of like their ghetto. They were closed here at night, you know. Then later, with the Catholic Inquisition, they were all expelled. And there was a really big synagogue here, but it got burned down. Now we are going to make a stop, okay?
Okay.
Because this is a really good viewing point to the city of Porto.
Dakle, jedan od najlepših pogleda na ceo Porto.
We are doing the Camino from tomorrow.
The Camino de Santiago?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and our first stop is here, the Cathedral, the Sé Cathedral. I don't know how. Yeah, it's
You're
the starting
from
point.
there. And,
Yes.
And you're doing everything on foot?
Yes.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
I've never done it, but yeah, I guess it's beautiful. You're going to pass through some beautiful places. So, if you ever come back here on the 23rd of June, okay, you are going to see them throughout the entire city, because on the 23rd of June is our St. John's Festival, San Juan, and basically everyone is out on the street grilling sardines, having beer.
Oh.
There are like a lot of live shows everywhere. We
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's like, we say it's the longest night in Porto. Okay, and yeah, it's really worth it to come back here on that day if you want. And you also have like little plastic hammers so that you can hit everyone on the head.
Dobro je, a? Nije loše.
Nije loše.
So it's our typical sandwich from here, from Porto.
Oh.
And I'm going to warn you, okay, it's not a normal sandwich.
Okay.
It's quite a heavy sandwich, you know. So it's basically bread, then steak, the special sausage, then like cheese, ham, more bread, again cheese on top, you know, more cheese. Then it gets like our special sauce, which is like tomato, spice, beer, other stuff people put in there. Beer, you know, some people also put like kind of a taste of seafood in there to, you know, it's different in every restaurant, but yeah, you have to try one.
Okay.
Or at least split one if you're not too hungry, you know. But yeah, you have to try one. You're in Porto, you have to try it.
Okay.
Okay, and we are going to cross like a square that is basically all of the restaurants there are the Francesinha restaurants. And it actually translates to little French woman, okay?
Little French woman?
Yeah, Francesinha is little French woman.
Oh.
Because the guy who invented it supposedly was in love with a little French woman.
Oh my god!
Here we have the last remaining bit of the Fernandine wall.
Okay.
Okay, so this was the wall that used to encircle the entire city center that went all the way to the Clérigos Tower. Why are we stopping at the train station? well because the inside is one of the most beautiful places you can see here in Porto, okay?
Oh.
So the station used to be a monastery, and then in the early 20th century they started to convert it to a train station. And the artist Jorge Colasso, a master of Portuguese painting, the one that did the tiles in the church where I picked you up.
Ah.
So here he made another 20,000 tiles with just his hand, okay?
Oh, wow.
It took him 11 years to finish the inside of the station, and it's really beautiful. It's about like stories of the people of Porto, so...
Oh, shit.
And we are back at our starting place.
This for you, man, for beer.
Thank you very
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
much.
Thank you.
Evo nas po preporuci našeg vodiča u najboljem restoranu u Portu za neke njihove specijalitete. Inače, ovo je simbol za našu rutu, ovo ćemo pratiti od sutra narednih 300 km.
Zvuči mnogo.
Znači, poručili smo
Malu francuskinju.
ovo je presek Franceskine.
Da. Mnogo sira, hleba, šunke, meso, šta je to još?
Još mesa.
Neka kobasica.
Još leba i iza se više ne vidi.
Znači, hej. A ovo ovde rekli su da je sos sa paradajzom i pivom.
Ja, dobar je.
Dobar je.
Jako dobar.
Zanimljivo. Mene je malo manje slojevito. Imamo jaje, imamo neki steak, šunku, sira, pomfrita i maslina. Zanimljiva kombinacija.
Mnogo je dobro, moram priznati. Ranije smo bili na Madiri, što je ostrvo iznad Afrike i ono inače pripada Portugalu. Tamo smo probali hranu i nije mi se baš svidjela iskreno, ali ovdje baš šuri. Baš je dobra hrana.
Ali lepo se i boriš, vidim.
Dobro, sve ću pojeti. Kako ide, ženo? Napreduje, a?
Ti si se izborio, vidim.
Ja sam sve pojeo, odvalio sam se i mislim da ću jesti ponovo za 3 dana.
Znači, 2 velika piva, tamno i obično. Ono što je Nidžola jeo, ono čudovište od hrane i ovo što sam ja jela, sve to je bilo 29,70 evrića. Evo nas u redu za kupovinu pasoša za Camino.
Možda.
Možda.
Odavde sutra krećemo na pešačenje i to baš sa mesta gdje su vešali ljude.
Dobili smo svoje pasoše, to je kupili smo svoje pasoše, košta 2 evra svaki, nije mnogo. I uzeli smo školjkice što označava da smo sada peregrinosti.
Tako to znači.